Local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News. Coverage you can count on.
Good evening, I'm Courtney Chandler.
And I'm Chelsea Beimfohr. Fulton County Jail officials are exclusively showing us the contraband that was found in a high security unit.
Channel 2's intern Cassidy Sparks explains how it could have got into jail.
Fulton County Sheriff's Office is investigating who smuggled these phones into the jail.
6 cell phones, 3 shanks, and other contraband was recovered during a routine shakedown in the maximum security unit of the Fulton County Jail.
Well, this bag is contraband cell phones, about half dozen.
Colonel Adger says the phones and knives came out of this high security unit in the Fulton County prison.
It's scary, and that tells us that we have staff that have been corrupted and that we're actively investigating that.
High-tech equipment is in place to prevent cell phones from being brought inside of the jail. The jail commander's suspicion of corruption peaked when a staff meal was found during the search. It was the work of intuitive officers that uncovered the contraband in these cells.
You got to lay down on your back and actually reach and feel along the groove in the bed.
Colonel Adger says the inmates use metal from light fixtures to make these shanks. Cassidy Sparks, Channel 2 Action News.
The jail commander says that the internal investigation will continue until they find the corrupt staff members.
New developments this evening in a fire in southwest Atlanta. We now know the fire started in the attic of a townhouse. Firefighters told us when they got to the scene at Wildwood Park Townhomes, they saw large flames and a lot of smoke. The fire eventually spread to 6 units. It took a second truck to douse the flames.
Once we got all the resources on the scene, we was able to get interior crews in and get ahead of the fire and get the fire knocked down.
During the efforts, one firefighter twisted his ankle.
The grandfather of a boy who died in an Alpharetta daycare is making an emotional plea for justice. Investigators say 3-year-old Max Stevens died after his neck got caught in a piece of twine last July. Prosecutors have charged the daycare's former operator, Jana Thompson, with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of child cruelty. Max's grandfather says he's upset prosecutors have offered Thompson a plea deal that calls for 1 year in prison. Thompson's attorney calls what happened an accident. He does not believe prosecutors should have charged his client.
A Newman woman is in a local hospital fighting a rare form of flesh-eating bacteria. Channel 2's intern Connor Riley explains how she made steps toward recovery, but still has quite a way to go.
It's been very hard.
Her family by her side, Christy Wallace Vessel, is at Emory University Hospital Midtown with what is called a very rare and intimidating disease.
Necrotizing fasciitis.
It's a barely understood form of flesh-eating bacteria which attacks the body's soft tissue and has spread to Christy's legs and arms. Her doctors don't even know where it came from. And though their initial prognosis wasn't encouraging,
when she first went in, they gave her a 20% chance of living.
Christy and her family are finding ways to stay optimistic.
It's a little stretchy thing, and I do it as much as I can, and it makes me feel better because it makes me feel like I'm getting stronger.
While the future's still uncertain, her health has improved.
I've also recently, within the past couple of days, been able to stand up.
But it's Christy's faith and the love of her family that have been most important to her.
Without faith, I don't know how we could have made it through.
Christy's family asks that people consider donating to her GoFundMe page, which will help pay for her medical expenses and can be found at gofundme.com/helpchristy. In Midtown Atlanta, Connor Riley, Channel 2 Action News.
Now a developing story impacting 500,000 truck owners. Fiat Chrysler will buy back defective trucks and Jeeps. The buyback is part of a recall settlement with federal regulators. Dodge Ram pickup owners with a steering defect can trade in the vehicle or get money for repairs. The settlement also covers older Jeeps with a fuel tank issue.
Well, Chelsea, there's a chance we could see some pop-up showers this evening.
We go now to Channel 2's Jennifer Varian in the Weather Center 2.
Yes, we did see some isolated showers earlier this afternoon. They have since cleared out, leaving us with a beautiful evening. We're at 81 degrees right now. That humidity is at 65%, so it is really muggy right now with a northwest wind at 5 miles an hour. But tonight, we're only going to get down to 76 here in Atlanta. Evening showers are absolutely possible, and it's going to be warm and humid. But tomorrow, we're going to get back up into those lower 90s, 93 here in Atlanta. Partly cloudy all throughout the day with an isolated thunderstorm or shower in the afternoon. Now let me tell you why we've been seeing these temperatures so hot. We have this high pressure system sitting over Texas right now that's really making this dome of hot pressure spread throughout the southeast. But as we go through the week, it's actually going to move west and out of our area. Wednesday, we're going to start seeing some northwesterly wind flow that's really going to cause an active storm pattern going through into the weekend. So I am forecasting showers and storms through the weekend, but it's also going to result in a break from that 90-degree heat on Saturday. Now going into your 5-day forecast, Tuesday we're seeing a chance of storms and showers 20%, Wednesday up to 30%, Thursday to 40%, and Friday 60% chance of showers and storms going into your weekend. Saturday we drop back down to only 40% chance of storms, and we stay in the lower 90s throughout the week, but on Saturday only a high of 87 degrees.
Witnesses say a drunk man was pointing a gun at people in a pub in a local hotel. How to respond, the officer kept people from getting hurt.
Happening now, the search is expanding for 2 missing teens off the Florida coast. Why the boys' families are